Flowers, on time here. Please. Let us pray. Gracious Father, we thank you. We magnify your name. We give your name glory and honor and praise tonight. God, as we discuss the town's business tonight and we prepare to propel this town in the right direction forward, God, I ask that you would just cover us and watch over us, touch our first responders as they travel up and down the dangerous highways, God. Give them safety. God, and give us all peace, purpose, and promise for the rest of our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Starting with the roll call, we start at the end with Alan McGrady.
Here.
Joseph Summers.
Here.
Brady Whitaker.
Here.
And Charles Schuster.
Here.
Todd Atkins and Selena Carroll.
Here.
First thing on the agenda this evening, if the council would look at the agenda, need a motion to accept the agenda, please.
Motion to accept the agenda.
Second. Yes.
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 First item on the agenda, make a quick announcement that we had the election last Tuesday. The election for mayor was won by Sherry Sitatal. Is that right?
Cedar Hall.
Cedar Hall. Thank you.
Cedar Hall.
Cedar Hall. Anyways, she won the election. The council met at noon today and did a canvassing of all the results and a resolution passing the election. The new mayor will take charge of the town on 3 November. That's when the swearing-in ceremony will be. From what I understand, it'll be right in this council chamber with the mayor, and all the council members will again be sworn in. We have to make sure we get the right people. What I'd like to do, though, is, in my opinion, we had a very successful election. We were given a list of 4 ladies who I think executed the election very well on the 26th. Under the supervision of our town clerk, who did a lot of work. This is his first election. My first election, we had a lot of things on the calendars, a lot of things we had to meet. He was able to work with these 4 ladies, get them their training. We got the documentation in. We were able to review the results that night, get everything packaged up legally, sent what we needed to send to the county registered office, and that culminated today at noon with the review of the election results and the resolution for those results. So I would like to have Eric step forward, and I want to make sure I get everybody's name correct. Arlene Bisak, Linda Gilbert, Barbara Cole, and if you can come forward, are we missing? And Barbara McKenzie. Come on forward, ladies.
Up front.
Up front, of course.
These ladies, I think, executed the election very professionally, also in a timely fashion. And everything, I think, was done according to Hoyle. And we were able to finish that up today. And with the oversight of the Board of Registers, everything seems to have come out just fine. Elaine was selected as our inspector, and she basically ran the operation. This was for those of you who don't know, they were here at 6 o'clock in the morning and left approximately 8 o'clock. Was it 10 o'clock?
Yes.
That's right, I think you're correct. About 10 o'clock at night by the time they sealed all of the boxes up. So I want to say thank you, and it's only a small token. No, I didn't say, but I said Eric oversaw and helped with the training and got everything the coordination between the state and the Coffee County. And that's only a small token, but our appreciation. We really thank you. Oh, that's okay. We'll go this way. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Our election poll members.
Next item, and you do have the various minutes. July 7th and 21 were amended. We have the August 4th, the special on the 7th, and the August 18th. If you look at July 7th to start with.
Make a motion to approve July the 7th.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
I have a question, I'm sorry, y'all. Who provided the street department report that day?
That was the check. Well, you can version of the street.
Okay, I was just, I approved, but yes.
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 We have that one coming down.
21st?
Seven.
Just the vote.
Next item is the 21st.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from July 21st.
Second. Oh, I can't. Just kidding. I wasn't here. Just kidding.
Okay. Then only four of us were here. Pass that one back, please. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the signature on that sheet.
Second.
Yes.
All in favor?
Yes.
Is that for the 23rd?
Yes.
Yep.
No, that was a, next item, August 4th, please.
I was present at this meeting.
Oh, you did? I forgot to correct.
That's okay. And I feel like if we just put a check mark.
Yeah,
it's
just check
fine.
I think everyone was present that day.
Just for clarity purposes on the record, the old business, if we could change the word brought back to maybe retracted, that would be a little bit more clear for us to understand.
Writing in the minutes? Is there-
I can put a line through it and just drag retract.
So moved on the minutes for the correction.
Second,
All in favor?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
As we're signing this, please move on to 7 August, which was.
So moved.
Second.
Yes.
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 I'm just gonna sign on it.
Is there a single page?
Yeah, I think there's like a second page that maybe got left behind that can I just write it in? Okay.
Okay.
Here, on, August 18th, I was not here, Fran. I just scribbled out my check mark.
This is the.
Yeah.
So moved on 18 August minutes.
Second. Yes.
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 business, I would like to bring something up, and the only reason is we got a email late Friday, and I confirmed it today, probably over the weekend. I haven't been able to talk to our water department yet, but part of the SLRF funding and the new generator, we got an email and an invoice for part of that late Friday afternoon. So the information I have is that the generator, this part and an invoice here, which is for $8,050, is part of the SLRF money, which we had somewhere a little over 60,000, I think, remaining, maybe a little more than that. The generator contract is for 57,900. This comes off of that, so we're at about 49,800, give or take some money. But that is ongoing. The only problem, talking to the point of contact at the generator contractor, is that the generator is still not due until end of November or December. So I have an invoice here for $8,050 that probably needs to get approved.
You said the SRF funds?
That's the COVID funding, the
ARPA money.
ARPA money, yes.
So the total was, Luke, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the total was much more than that. I thought they split that money in the middle. Right? And then
We split the money in the middle. Part went to the water department, part went to the fire department.
but the last I checked, we had about 82. I thought.
That could be, I'm not, yeah, it was 60,000 plus, so 82 may be the right number. I just haven't looked at it today. Again, we just got this in.
So we're just ensuring that we're not leaving $20,000 on
Yeah.
the table. I guess is my question.
I think we're gonna be,
Do you know about number?
I sure don't.
I think we're gonna be close with what the fire department is getting. If I remember correctly, we were in like the $2,000 range of not spending it all.
What the fire department already received, right? Correct.
We're down, yeah, we're pretty close to that, but right now the cost for the generator was $57,900 plus the slab you've already got in.
Yeah, we're just waiting on the generator.
And like I say, this came in Friday afternoon, and I was able to contact him today and confirm that this money is coming out of that $57,900. This wasn't an additional bill.
Oh, so that's not an additional bill, that's included?
This is coming out of the $57,900, so we're down to $49,800 and change.
You have to approve it to come out of that, that's what you're saying.
As far as I know, you do.
Okay, I thought you were saying this was an additional
No,
$8,000.
this is not. That's what I
Okay.
was confirming today with him, that this was not additional. This was part of the money that we've already,
That we've already voted to go towards the water
Yes.
department. Perfect. I make a motion to approve paying that bill.
Second.
all in favor?
Yes.
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 Thank you.
Yes.
Eric will get that, and we'll get that off to Taylor Power Systems.
I'm so glad that that money was able to be used for something productive. That's exciting.
Under new business, and I don't have their names exactly, but Chief, you can introduce the two gentlemen from Coffee County, either the Board of Education or the Sheriff's Department, who are working traffic. Let me add one other thing. For any of you who have not seen this, Board of Education and the Sheriff's Department have put up a new traffic system near the high school and the middle school. And I was wondering how that's going.
I feel like it is going absolutely fantastic. Minimize the congestion there at the middle high school as far as John Street is concerned, specifically that congestion that is coming from 84 there at 514. So I feel like closing those two or three specific areas has tremendously helped. And so I believe Chief Grimes is there every day, and as well as Grant. They may be able to speak more to that than I would be able to at this point, but I would say that there has certainly been a significant amount of traffic relief.
And they go forward with it. This is Dwayne Hamilton. He's from the school, and this is Lieutenant Stacy Austin from the Sheriff's Office. Also is SRO from the elementary school. We've talked about the problem that Ms. Slater brought up about the traffic on 122 elementary school. And Mr. Hamilton seems he may have an idea where we can kind of eliminate that problem. I'm going to let Mr. Hamilton address the issue, what he brought to the table.
We want to thank the mayor, the council members, and the city, the citizens of New Brockton for allowing us the opportunity to speak on the school system's behalf. So thank you very much. As far as our traffic congestion is concerned, we understand and accept and acknowledge that there remains a significant amount of traffic congestion on John Street, specifically in the area of the elementary school. With that in mind, we have met in conjunction with the State Department of Transportation, EMA, local law enforcement, including our SRO, who's here, who will give us an update in just a moment. But the general consensus is, in order to address that, and I do want to state publicly that the school system remains committed to addressing this traffic congestion, and that a plan will soon be put into place, and I'll share that with you in just a moment. But the general consensus is to address this issue of congestion, we have to somehow get as many cars off of John Street and put them somewhere. So the most logical explanation or possibility would be to take them off of John and place them on the property that we already own, which is at the elementary school. So with that in mind, we have proposed a 2-lane gravel road access, or access road, however you want to term that we are proposing to be, if you're facing the elementary school, it will be on the right side, and it'll be two additional lanes where we can get a significant amount more cars for arrival and dismissal onto our property and off of John. That will then free up some of the traffic back and forth on John Street, specifically there at the elementary school. Early indications kind of point to the possibility of somewhere in the neighborhood of eliminating 40 to 50 cars off of John at any given time. So with that being said, the proposal is already in place. It is currently in what we call the preliminary design phase. And what that means is I have already met with the county engineer. Michael Walters is completely on board with completing that project for the school system. The school system is 100% on board, and we are completely open to fully funding that to make that happen. However, it is still in the planning phase. And so what that means is the county will then design the actual 2-lane access road that will be placed in gravel, and it will connect to the existing carpool line. So we take the cars off of John Street, put them on our property, and that frees up some of the traffic. And so once that design is finalized, then what happens there is they will then send me a proposal for the total cost or projected cost. And then from that point, the final decision will be, of course, the superintendent and the Board of Education. But I do not foresee that being an issue or a hurdle that we'll have to jump over. I can tell you once again, the school system as a whole remains committed to addressing this issue and these concerns that you have. And so I know you're asking or thinking in your mind, what's the timeline? I wish I had that, specific date that I could share with you, but since it's in the preliminary design phase, I would say that a comfortable number, and again, this is very conservative because it could very well be done prior to that, but I would say December 1st would be a very conservative estimate as to when we should see that actually take place and be fully constructed and fully implemented. And so we believe as a whole, and I have met with SROs, I've met with Chief Grimes, Grant Lyons, the State Department of Transportation, everyone is in agreement that if we take more cars off of John, then that will at least minimize that traffic congestion. And so do know that we are working feverishly on this. We are completely dedicated to making this work. We have just as much of a stake in New Brockton as you do, okay, with our 3 campuses here. So just understand that we're working hard to get this done, and I will not sleep on this. I will make sure that we continue to address it. But before I turn it over to him, I want to kind of commend all of our local law enforcement. I want to commend Chief Grimes, his officers here at the New Brockton Police Department. I want to commend the Coffee County Sheriff's Office, Officer Stacy, Grimes, and EMA. Everyone has done a fantastic job in addressing what we have been dealt with. And what we've been dealt with is an influx of enrollment that's coming to us from another school system. We didn't ask for it, but it came, and that's fine. Growth is great, all right, and we accept it. We do, and I feel like we have met that challenge. But again, there are challenges that still remain, and that traffic congestion is one of them. And just please understand, we accept it, we understand it, and we acknowledge it, and we're going to address it as quickly as we can. But no, there's a plan in place, and we will give you updates as to the progress we're making on that. Okay, I may not be able to come in person, but I will pass that along to the mayor. Okay, and at this time, I'd like to turn it over to Officer Stacy. He can give us an update on where we stand right now, and if there has been any progress or we anticipate.
I want to kind of follow up what Mr. Hamilton said. Once he talked to me about this, putting in this gravel drive to take some of these overflow, I took that idea, run with it, talked about it quite a bit. I've asked Mr. Lyons to come up and look at it with me, and I said, here's my plan, pick a hole in it for me. Matter of fact, I told Mr. Hamilton, when you get a second, let me tell you what I'm thinking. I want you to try to pick it apart. I want it to work the best we can. But to give y'all an idea, until we get to the gravel drive, we have about 250 cars in the morning come through there. And they don't come through there just in the morning. They come through there in about a 30-minute time window, all right? Along with 19 buses, unless they've changed. And I know this man runs 2 routes, all right? I think Mr. Starks kind of runs about 2 routes, really. So what we've done to help with that is we've taken them 19 buses. In the past, we've brought them up railroad 2 or 3 days, when we've got them off of John. I'm still bringing them up railroad. Working with him and working with the bus drivers. He's had radios installed in these buses last year. I have one on my hip, and I talked to the buses where we can do it safely. So if you'll take the length of them 19 buses, I took a 1/4 of a mile off of John Street just by bringing them up railroad. Now, that makes me have to shut down oncoming traffic for a minute, but I do it to try to get the buses off, keep the cars moving, all right? Beginning of the school year, it's the longest day, getting in and out of Carlisle. About 7 minutes is your average parent from pulling off that road into that driveway before they come back out the first couple of days. All right, we don't have 250 on the first day. There's probably 325. All right, and we get out more than just one kid. All right, so now we've got this down to around 2.5, 3 minutes. The minute that car turns in, it exits that campus. Not because of what I do, because of what the faculty staff does up in the car line, opening the car doors, getting them kids out. Even if they gotta get out, we gotta go. So we're working on it. I do my dead level test. This is my 7th year up there, and it has been a headache for 7 years, I know. I will say when my boys went to school there, prior to the influx, we had traffic in the road back then, all right? Maybe not to the cemetery, okay? 2 years ago, we had it past the 4-way stop on the first day of school. So I know what it's all about. So we are trying to get it. Me and him's talked about it a lot. I don't foresee, once we get it in place, I don't foresee why we can't, once we get it rolling and working like it's supposed to, I don't see why there'll be traffic on there. We're concerned with everybody getting home, everybody getting to work. But another concern I have that people don't think of, I have to keep that school open where I can get an ambulance or a fire truck in there.
But that's the problem. I live on Spark Street, and sometimes it's so congested there, you can't get them up there.
They can get there.
Well,
If-
we can't get off Spark Street,
Okay.
and I appreciate what y'all are doing from all of the people that live on Spark
Alright.
Street.
And we're trying, and I'll say this, if you're on Spark Street and you need to go to New Brockton, you can take a ride.
But you can't come home and go in
You
and
can't.
do
That
that left.
is very difficult.
Because we've set 30, 45 minutes in that line, just getting close enough we could turn. So we appreciate what you guys are doing.
If I was sitting, I'm not gonna debate how long you sit in line, because I worked quite a bit. I'd join the debate club if I wanted to debate something. If I was set in that time frame and I was coming from Enterprise, I would come up 51 and I could take a ride on Spark Street. Now, I know that's a couple minutes out of the way, but a couple minutes extra travel time beats sitting in a car line somewhere. That's just my thought.
Now, well, that's true, but not if you work here, then why do you want it all the way down?
I don't know where you work at, but we try to move it pretty quick. 2 years ago, I asked everything to go off the road, to stay out of the road until the car line started rolling, and it does. It stays on the grass until about 2:15, 2:18, and then that's when it comes in and floods the school. People ask why it's parked by the road, because we got pre-K that dismisses before everybody else. And put a 5th grader and a pre-Kater and a 3rd grader all intermingled, we'll never get out of school that day. All right, there's probably 300 kids there when I went to school there, and when my boys went to school there, probably Miss Cole Russell, there's 730 something there now. All right, so we're doing the best we can do with what we have to deal with and what we have to work with. The State Highway Department, I know they're willing to help. Everybody says turning lane's not an option, there ain't enough room. But I promise you, Mr. Hamilton's working on it on the school system side. I'm gonna keep doing everything I can to make it flow as smooth and as quickly as I can to get it out of the road and get parents to work and first responders through, first responders to the school. These guys will tell you, they have to come through there sometimes wide open because there's something going on north of me, and we'll shut it down and get them around that. So if they need to get to Spark Street, they don't get to you. I promise you that, because we've discussed that. That's one of my challenges every day. So we're working on it. Just hang with us and
And to go on record one more time, our estimated completion date would be December 1st. Now, that's very conservative. That's very conservative because I'd like to do it before then. So there are plans that could make that a lot sooner. So just understand we're working very hard to get that done. And so we're hoping that you'll see some relief. All right. Thank you for letting us come and speak to you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, sir. Next item is the expenses for September 25. Should have that document. Expenses.
We got one for August and one for September. Probably makes sense to do August first.
Look at August.
The state expenses for August were provided. Yes, it was. And this is only a partial list, it's only what has come in to date is not completed. And you have copies of some of the bills that have come in, if anyone needs to see them. just to see the receipts. Yes. If you have any questions on it, I'll be more than happy to assist.
We have a motion to approve the bills from Councilman Askins. Yeah, I have.
My motion to approve the bill
Put the other one there.
for August or?
August 25.
You should have one that says September, expenses for September.
Yes, August, I was just showing you August what was paid.
It's
That was their pay.
Okay, so we're looking at the one for September.
September is what's here now, and it's on the partial list, like I said, not all expenses
Because
that
it's
you
the second.
receive.
Okay. So we need a motion to approve in August.
August already been paid.
I make a motion to approve September.
Second,
Yes.
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 Yeah. I do like how this is laid out. Yeah.
Next is the credit card statements, which I'm pretty sure is what this is there.
Yes, it is, and the receipts are also provided. So we did pretty good for the town. And we did pretty good for the department over here. And most expensive one was for the chief, but that was due to training that he had to go through.
Chief, where was your conference? Where was your conference?
Where was it? R&B.
Make a motion to approve the.
Second.
Yes.
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 What happened to my clerk? Let's see. 1 second. Oh, there she is. Going down the list, the garbage report.
Okay, so you're gonna see a big increase in your delinquent numbers, and that's due to the changeover in the reoccurring credit cards no longer being in the system. We've had quite a few of them come in and redo their reoccurring credit card payments. Some of them haven't yet. And there's about 88 delinquents right now. We had gotten it down to about 50 something, so there's an increase. I think last month it was 54, so there's an increase of 44 this month. We also aren't going to get these pie charts that I love anymore. This will be the last one you get. And it only goes until the 17th. Your next page is your bank reconciliation. This is what it'll look like from now on instead of being in a pie graph, which I think is a lot easier to read.
I will pass some information to you that I ran into with my trash account this time. So because it was, I guess everything was booted out, all the old cards and everything, so I had to manually enter all my information in, my account number, name, address, the whole 9 yards. And once I did all that and reset my password and got back into my account, and again, this is just informational for you in case somebody complains. Even though I knew I owed money for my trash bill, it's showing me with a zero balance and that I didn't know anything. And I just made the payment anyway. So that's just for your own information.
We've had so many various.
But if I was looking at that website and trusting what that website said, I wouldn't have paid anything because it said I didn't know anything.
Yeah, thanks for letting me know. I can bring that up to Gabby tomorrow in an email.
Okay.
Do you mind if I use your account as an example for her?
That's fine.
So Versa, what would cause it to vary from what they're billing us? What would cause the amount that we're being charged to vary?
It depends on the number of cans. So
Put a can back out and start the service back up.
it all depends on how many cans. So if I have 3 people come off the garbage list, I have to wait until 3 more people move back in. So you're going to go down three amounts, or 3 $18 amounts. So that's what causes the price to vary. It's not a set price every month. I send the end of the month, every month I send a can count, how many cans we have out, and that's how they price us. Now their billing is always a little cheaper than what I figure. If you'll notice on the August billing, the actuals page, Meridian billed us $9,422.76, and I figured it at $9,434.68.
I have a question. I'm sorry. Total receivables, where's that number coming from? Because like the way this sheet looks to me,
The total.
it looks like there should be like this math isn't math. I
So
don't know
the
if you
total
understand.
receivables is the amount that gets billed out plus the late amounts, plus the arrearages. So we billed out $10,272 for actual bill amounts, but those bills had $3,739 in arrears added to them as well. That's why those numbers are different.
But still though, where's the amount of 15,000 come from? Because if you add, 3,739 to 10,272, that come out to 15,270.
That's
So
what
is
gets
this a
printed.
sheet that you make, or is this something like
This is
they
a sheet
create?
that I make, but I take it all from their information. So when you do the bills at the end of the month, it comes out with a sheet that has your total receivables amount, it has your billed out amount, it has what you billed out for just garbage, what you billed out for just leaves. It doesn't, that one doesn't usually have the delinquent on it. I have to go to a different
I just,
tab
I just
to
don't
get the
understand
delinquent
where
amounts.
the number 15,270
The-
is coming from, even if you were to do it manually. that
The
doesn't-
build out number and the delinquent number, even if you add those two together, it comes out to 14,000.
I can go grab the sheet and show you exactly where I get those
No,
numbers from.
I just think it's something we should probably double check before, because it's hard to look at something that's not accurate and know that it's correct, if that makes sense. Might be good to print out that information, I don't know, but it might be better to just do it manually, I don't know. Just if we're gonna present something that
Well, I think
probably should be,
you guys aren't gonna like that because it's got how many people got electronically billed who don't receive statements. It's got that whole thing broken down.
well, I'm just saying that this isn't correct though. So no matter how we dice it, what we're looking at, this number isn't right. For both bills, for both sheets.
So on Meridian billing,
Mhm.
so not Meridian billed, but Meridian billing, you took that number. That's just an estimated
That's my
number,
estimated number.
what you assume that it's
Mhm.
going to be. So that's the approximate number. Then the actual number is what Meridian billed,
Yes,
which is the 9,422.
correct. And then you have your customer billing breakdown, and that's what we
So-
charge the customer.
So how do you get that Meridian billing number?
They send me the bill every month.
But the numbers aren't the same.
The Meridian billing is my estimation, and it's
How do you
always
get your estimated number?
596 times 1583.
And what are they doing?
I don't know what they do.
596 times 50.
I don't know what they do. I have a bill in there. I can go grab it for you real quick. They don't break down how they do it.
So what was the total loss and the total profit for it? Is it just
For
the,
this month, I didn't put a total loss and profit because we don't have those people who were on the reoccurring payments caught up yet.
It almost sounds like we've made this more complicated now than what is necessary. Why, the whole intent was of adding this bill paying service was to have them carry that load, right? It just seems like we've added an unnecessary step in this process.
I
We
do,
as a
I was at-
council, I'm not aiming at you.
Yeah.
Um,
I just did the
It
reports
just
that I was
doesn't
asked
seem to
to.
work.
this isn't accurate, I just saying, I don't think it's, again, not towards you, but I don't see the point in looking at something that's not correct.
Right.
Um,
If,
And I don't know what that looks like to change that, I don't know, but I just don't see the point in looking at something that's not.
Do you have a point of contact with Meridian where you could reach out to them and say, hey, how are you coming up with this $9,422 number?
I can ask you. I can reach out and ask.
I would love to know how they're getting there.
so all of these numbers are pre-populated?
I'm sorry?
All of these numbers are pre-populated. You're just hitting a button and it's just pre.
I'm printing the sheets and I'm pulling the numbers off of the sheets and inputting them onto.
So but I thought when we got the whole I-3, like Councilman Ashley said, that you would streamline all of that, and clearly you just export a PDF file and load where it is instead of her having to manually take numbers and.
Because right now, like, I think Amanda was telling me, we've got like 2 delinquent notices in the
Those-
last couple months for whatever various reasons.
Those are automatically populated as well. So if by end of business on the 15th, you haven't paid and you put it in the Dropbox over the 15th, you're gonna get a late delinquent letter.
My credit card's been kicked out a couple times, so
Right.
I don't know why their system keeps kicking out credit cards, but mine's been kicked
Do you
out.
bank with All In Credit Union? We've had a lot of problems with All-In Credit Union flagging our charges as fraud. We've had a lot of that. But those delinquent notices, when I hit the button at the end of the day to do the delinquents on the 15th, if you haven't paid by the end of business, the printing company in Texas is going to print that delinquent notice up and send it to you. I don't have a way to stop it the next day when I come in and go, oh, there's 3 payments in the Dropbox. I don't have a way to stop that.
So what was the benefit? Are we benefiting at all?
Oh, we're benefiting
This third-party
greatly.
service?
We're benefiting greatly because, I mean, I'm doing these reports because I was giving you these, which is automatically generated. And I was asked to do better reports. So I started doing these. I think you guys are gonna like this report better because there's not all that other information on there.
I'm not so much concerned about the reports, I'm talking about the billing action itself, of getting all these notices, and like it seems like over the last year, I've had more difficulty with the billing than ever before.
I just don't know how we're gonna stop the delinquent notices getting sent out if I hit a button and send the file off at the end of business on the 15th and someone pays online or through the QR code or puts it in the Dropbox the night of the 15th. The only thing I can do for that is to go in, take the late fee off, and
Can we not set up with them for them to start filling out on the 16th or the 17th instead of the 15th? Like, for them to send out those late notices?
We're not even that, and the fact is, we're not, a lot of people aren't paying late, that's the problem, so, I don't know, it just seems to be more difficult.
Well, then it seems like she would need to be able to check the bills on the morning of the 16th, and then after that, they would need to be sent out. Or like, to make sure there's no bills in the Dropbox the night of the 15th.
So if we remove this third party service out of the equation, period, would you be able to navigate through?
I don't know how you guys would expect me to keep it, because you've got their information in that system, all their emails. That's where all the billing goes through. I don't know how you would expect me to produce bills and send them if I didn't have this software.
Aren't we paying like a lot of money for this though, or didn't we pay a lot of money for this?
We're breaking even just about.
Is this now, it just doesn't make sense for the program itself not to be able to create accurate numbers. It sounds like we have the money.
So Gracie, were you fully trained on how to use this system? Okay, so
I did the.
You feel like you've been fully trained on it?
Since the update, not really. The updates changed things a little bit.
Update's what, 3 weeks old?
No, the update's a week old.
So is there a way to get like refresher training?
We did the training for that before they implemented it, and it was a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah,
Is
that's
there a
part of
training that can be done like at home, or does it have to be done in the office? Because I think it is every one person training.
It's gotta be done in the office. We don't,
We just don't have an accurate number now, anything, because if Rodriguez went in and paid based off of good merit, but he had a $0 balance, we could have 200 people that have a $0 balance and said, oh, well, I got a blessing this month.
I can't say that's happening to everybody else, but I know that's what happened to me. And even though it showed I had a $0 balance, I just paid the $34 anyway because I knew I owed it.
All I can say is I can go get all the unredacted documents. I don't have I haven't redacted the names and addresses off of the delinquent thing, but it shows you how many people are 30, 60, 90, and 120 days in the arrears, and that's where I get those numbers from. But I can I can produce those documents right now.
I don't think we're worried about you producing the documents and the reports you're making. I think our concern is with the program itself and its accuracy, reliability, I think is the problem. But it's definitely something I would have to look into more. I can't speak on that. I don't have enough knowledge on it, but I'd like to.
well, the main question, right,
raised by you is getting back with Meridian to find out how they came up with that number.
I would really love to know,
We can do that.
because the way that Gracie says she's doing it sounds logical to me. And I'm wondering, why are they coming up with a different number? Something's not copacetic.
Is it Meridian or is it BBR?
It's the Meridian bill that they're asking about.
Any other questions or comments? We'll see if we can get a good reading on how Meridian bills us and what, if they're doing 1583, did you say it was?
That's what
Yeah.
she said.
15,270.
times 596.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the receivables. But yeah, 596 times 1583.
I mean, it's not a huge difference. It's like $12, but it should be identical.
Any other questions or comments? We'll move on. Any comments from the clerk? No comments from the clerk this evening?
Do you all like the way I'm doing it?
I love the new sheets.
Okay.
It's a lot
I
easier
love
to
seeing
read.
all the receipts and explanations for what stuff is. I think it's a fabulous job, and reminders are great.
Okay. Fire department, please. Mr. Lyons.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick update from August on calls. Structure fires, we had 3, which those are mutual aid, those are not in the practice. 1 fire alarm, 4 motor vehicle crashes, 47 medical calls, 3 lift assists, and then 1 miscellaneous calls. So total 59 calls for August.
That's for the volunteer fire department in total.
That's correct.
Your mind, what is happening just inside the town?
It's not, we cover 72 square miles, so I have to go back and break it down, but it's not, it's just a fraction of that. It's actually in town, in the city limits. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And also, I was just gonna pass some information along. If you ever need, we're volunteer at the fire department. We've got 22 members right now, which is more than we've had since I've been on, which is phenomenal. But we're not there all the time, so if you need us, I'll get the mayor the number, and I'll make sure that y'all have it to dispatch, to call 19 Central, which is our dispatch. And if you need us, you can call them and they will get a hold of us. They'll get a hold of one of us that can respond to whatever your need is. And we want to be available, but sometimes people come up and knock on the door, and the mail guy will come by and try to drop a package, and we're not there. So we are there, but we're not. So just call us if you need us, and we'll be happy to respond. That's what we're here for. We wouldn't be able to help, but that goes for everybody in here. If you need us, just please call dispatch or 911, but that's for emergencies. So if you need us to come out and look at something that you want to burn, or if you have an issue with the smoke alarm, anything like that that's non-emergent, just let us know, give us a call, and one of us will be happy to knock up here. Thank you.
Police department report.
I'm sorry, can I give you the number?
Oh, yeah, we want that.
It's 334-894-0204. And that's 19 Central. That's right here in New Brockton. That's our dispatch. That's for our fire department again. So y'all, I know this, but if you don't, we meet on the 2nd and 4th Mondays of each month. The 2nd Monday is our business meeting, and the 4th is our training. And that's at 6 o'clock on those evenings. It's the 2nd and 4th Monday nights at 6 o'clock. Business meeting first, and then on the 4th Monday is the training meeting.
And just to reconfirm, that's a non-emergency number.
That's the non-emergency line. If you call 911, you're going to get dispatched too. But that's the I need help, like emergency style. So call us for the non-emergency stuff. We'll be happy to help you out with that as well. And another example of that is, if somebody falls at their house and get up, sometimes they'll call 911. Sometimes they'll just call dispatch because they have that number in their phone. Again, we'll come out. We'll take care of it. But either number, we'll just make sure that you can get this. Thank you.
Police report, please.
Mayor, for the lowest, one on driver license to expire tags when insurance violation. 7 off the truck route, had 22 citations, and 1 drug arrest, 4 information reports, and 1 assault, 1 theft of property, 3 theft of violence, and 2 domestic violence arrests, 1 harassment, for a natural death investigation for the forgery on criminal measures.
No one have any speeding tickets for the whole month of August?
And then on the warnings, there's local warnings.
Any other comments for the police department? Senior department, please.
Beginning funds on hand, $1,024.08. Expenditures, $1,233.85. Balance of funds on hand, any balance, sorry, $995.41.
Questions for the senior department? Senior center. On the street department, I was asked a number of questions referenced the Fitzsimmons Road. I got back with the county. This is something I think I want to leave for the new administration, only because the county came back and said that the plan that was discussed referenced the drainage on that section of Fitzsimmons Road, and we may have to go in and look at it again to cut it back. But they expected that project, as discussed, would run close to $50,000. They charge $4,900 a day, and they think I think that's correct, in 8 days. That doesn't cover the materials, which we need to be sent, gravel or dirt, which is the lower side of what they want to do. There was a discussion about doing partial part of that with the culvert area. Again, the county hasn't gone back out there and looked at that. So they're looking at just under $50,000 to do what was discussed. But again, I don't want to commit to that right now until the new budget is in place.
Are we still hung up on doing the south instead of the north ditch?
I think the north ditch, I think we can get they can bring in one of their scooper.
Yeah, but why are they so hung up on doing the yard side over there where the house is and not going down where the ditch is?
I don't think they're hung up on it. I think that's what was discussed in the first place.
Yeah, that's what we brought up, but that's what they keep going to the south side of the road.
Yeah.
They being the.
We could put in a letter of indemnification to see if they can dig the culvert on the other side.
It's better than, that's the least intrusive. It just makes sense, basically.
Let me get the engineer out there to look at that one. That is the south side.
No,
that's the north side. That's the north side.
That's the side that the house is on.
Yeah, that's the north side. But
The north side is where the ditch used to be. Yeah. All those culverts are clogged up, which we've already showed you a couple of times. So
I can get back with Mr. Walters, the engineer, and see what we can do for that side. Yeah. Next item on the list is public comments. Yes, ma'am. If you would.
Yeah, it's that drainage that you came down, it's gonna be clogged up, and it's just getting worse and worse.
Again, we're looking, you gotta remind me exactly what street.
Yeah, because they got, this is on Dawkins Street. Remember you came down and I was showing you where they had put stuff in the drainage? And
Oh, behind your house?
right. On the
Okay.
side of my house, it's coming down from that, whatever it is up there. It used to be the nursery.
It used to be the nursery.
Uh-huh.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Church is also up there.
And this,
But-
you had an issue too. What was your
210
address?
South Ansley, drain pipe stopped up on the left side, where the, inland. When that water come off that lot, it just floods 210 South Ansley.
It's gonna back up.
I spoke to the mayor about that already.
Well, that's private property.
where the ditch is, the ditch is on the right way of the
We'll have to look at that.
And I know before, I was gonna didn't we have like I mean, Grant can answer this too. I thought we used the fire department one time, like, hoses and clear it out.
Well, yeah, but she's got, I've been out behind her house, and it's a ditch between the old nursery and her property, but I'm not sure, we'd have to look to see whose property that is. And it's just a cleaning problem, is what we need to do there, correct? We need to get the trash out of that ditch.
Yeah, like I say, it's whole, half of a tree they cut down. They got deaths down there. Well,
Well, that's new then from when you and I were back there.
we didn't walk over the ground.
Has anything been done since you and Mayor went out? Has anything been done?
No, it hasn't.
No.
'Cause I need to,
Well, I was showing him, I don't know if the mayor went out there or not. Went to talk to him.
Is that our street department's responsibility?
see, that's the problem, it's back on private property. And you wanna come out, I'll show you where it is, we can go out there and look at it.
Let's see, it is.
It's on Dolphin Street.
It's on Dawkins Street.
What's your address?
What's your address on Dawkins?
313
Yeah.
South Dawkins Street.
I don't wanna get down this rabbit hole tonight, but are we not responsible for all drainage ditches in the county of Rockland?
No.
Drainage ditches, they just put them in and they're like, okay, it's yours now, you just handle it?
Depends on where it's located, yes. We are not, we've had the state come out and look on, and I don't remember the road, there was people who were talking about runoff from their house, but the runoff was from their house in a ditch that is actually controlled by the state. And there wasn't anything we could work there.
Well,
We might be able to help this one out, so.
my thing is, if it's on private property, let's notify the owners immediately and expect them to resolve the issue. If it's our problem, the street department should be able to get out there and take care of it this week.
Driving across her property with trucks.
She's gonna give you permission, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If she wants it, to be taken care of.
Because like I said, when I moved there, what I had them to clean some out. And it was like, you would think it was cement, down there. But now, it's just, they just got worse, it's just everything.
They're using our area as a dump.
Oh, I think there's like a slide in it today and everything. I saw
They're
that
using
today.
her, but right behind her house is a dump area.
That's out of control. It's real bad. We would need a big dumpster to haul that off.
So that means we gotta solve why.
So who's, yeah.
There isn't that much back there. There is some trash back there.
I think what,
I drove out there today, like, I thought to myself,
You
I
can't see
thought
it.
it was private property, and I thought to
You
myself,
can't see it from there.
there's another area where there's a tenant goes back. But
Well, they got permission, years ago, from me when I was living in Montgomery, to do that. And that's as long as they kept it clean.
You wanna go,
Yeah.
go look at the back of her house once more?
They was.
I'd go out there, yeah.
Okay. It was on my property. They kept it clean.
What about 210 areas?
The 210 South Angela is right away on both sides. On the right side is the drain, and that's on the right way. And the mayor came out and looked at it. The left side where the inland, when it comes off that lawn up there, that ditch is not deep enough for it to drain on the left side. It crosses the road and it floods our lawn.
And I know Miss Natasha's parents, they live at 603 South Angela, and they're having the same problem on their lot.
My husband he went up there and took his shovel and just dug it out himself one time. It got so bad.
well, some of the driveway pipes and even, there's only so far you can reach,
Yes, it's just a big problem throughout the town.
So we're gonna get street department out there to Ansley, and Dawkins tomorrow, correct?
I would like Councilman Atkins to look at it.
Well, what about
Dawkins
Ansley? Can
first.
we get them out at Ansley at least?
We can get them to answer.
210 and 603.
Are you home most of the day?
Yes.
Okay. But we can get the people to look at the south. 313 Dawkins.
Well, we've got 2 addresses right now. Do you have these right here for Ansley for the street department to go out there tomorrow?
Yeah, no, that wasn't 210 anyway.
210 South Ansley,
Oh,
was
yeah.
Miss
Correct.
Barbara.
210.
And then 603, I believe, is
That's
also.
Miss Natasha's
and
parent.
she's having
Same issue.
and 313.
Oh, I have. I'm ready. But it's probably the whole road that needs to get dug out there, right? I mean, if multiple people on that road are having the issue, would there be the whole drainage ditch that needs to be dug out? So the addresses don't just matter, it's the whole road.
I know what she's talking about. The water's coming off the sun, but you didn't grade them out.
That's correct.
Yep. Any other comments from anybody else in the public? Yes, sir. Name, please.
Carlos Flores, are they gonna review the bids for the old town hall?
The bids for the old town hall, we've got 2 that are current. I think you have one of those. Did you redo the bid?
I did.
I haven't received the current one that you just did.
I did it August 19th.
It hasn't been sent to me.
Just got confirmation from the realtor that they sent it in to you guys.
I have not received an email from Century 21, who we're working with. Otherwise, I'd have it in that folder. No, I have not received an updated bid with dates. There's been some comments made in and around the council, and I think the incoming mayor. They're going to have to make a decision on the old city hall. There were comments made at a meeting the other day that people are not overly enthusiastic about continuing with the sale of the old city hall.
We don't
That's
vote
not,
on it.
but here's the thing, you had received bids, you put it out there, you unseal the bids, and we make a motion, and whether it passes or it doesn't,
I've
we
asked,
move on.
and how many of the bids have you looked at? I've passed these out at numerous
I haven't
meetings.
looked at any one of them.
That's what I'm saying. I've passed them out. People I've had the bids. We passed this. We moved it on. It's been tabled.
Who tabled it?
The council.
When was it tabled? This gentleman has came at least to
That's right.
3 or 4 meetings. I
I
have seen
agree.
him at least 3 or 4 times. We're always kicking stuff down the road.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I could swear I remember, I don't know if it was the last meeting or the prior one, where all of the bids that were on the table were retracted
No,
and
you're
were
wrong.
being redone. Is
No,
what was
one
put
was
up.
retracted.
One was for sure.
According to my notes, August 18th, Old Town Hall offers were being resubmitted.
Thank you.
Resubmitted, and that's what he's just done, and I haven't seen it.
But that's why there's been no vote, because we were told that the bids were being
I said it was-
resubmitted.
Well, I mean, also, it has to be placed on the agenda to be voted on.
That's correct. And we haven't had a working meeting where we could even look at these. I'll try to confirm with Century 21 where that bid is.
So for the next meeting, the next working meeting, can we please make sure that that is on the agenda?
Yes.
Eric, please.
Sir, we're sorry.
I don't know if it's your realtor or ours, but no, sir, I have not seen your updated bid. Ma'am, in the back?
Yes. I want to revisit my issue on Martin Luther King Drive. I do want to thank Councilman Rodriguez. He kept his word. He came by
I gotta come back again.
and sprayed the area next to my home that had burned the vacant lot with all the trees. However, 15 minutes after he sprayed it rained.
I know, that's what I said, I gotta come back again.
But he didn't do what he said he was gonna do, and he had all of the extra tree limbs that had fallen off side of the road and in the street. He didn't have those removed. I'm very appreciative of that. However, I still have a problem with the eyesore next door to me, and this has been like going on, what, 3 years, 4 years, 3 years? Something like that. I don't know if you all have anybody in the employment of the city of Brockton that does, if they could just remove some of that debris and do stuff. I'm getting ready to pay somebody to do a little bit more. I just hate looking at it.
Yeah, no, well, I told you that I planned, when the weather cooled off a little bit, that I was gonna go there with my trailer and remove a lot of that stuff, and I still fully intend to do that. So I would not want you to spend your money. If you can just be patient and wait for me, you got my word, I'm gonna come and do it. And I need to come back and give it a second treatment as well, because like you said, when I sprayed the last time, about 3 hours later it rained, so I definitely gotta spray again. But I give you my word, I will take care of it, and I will take care of it as best I can. Just wait for a break from the heat.
I will not.
What about the owner who owns the land? He's not responsible? Who owns the land that seem like to me?
Well, that would be,
They were gonna look into it.
Is
Did
this
we
a-
find out who owned the land that we could post a
Is
notice
this
in the
a
paper?
house or a
it's
lot?
basically all of this is the foundation of a house that is burnt down. And there's a bunch of pottery and silverware and all kinds of crap on top of the cement slab with all kinds of weeds and crap growing up. I went there and sprayed the weeds once already, but I'm gonna go back and do it again. And my plan is, once I kill everything, put everything down, throw it on my trailer, and all the crap that's irritating. That's my plan.
That's the one that probably a month and a half, 2 months after it got code enforced on it, magically burned down.
I'm gonna go back to this one more time. On the August 4th minutes, Old Town Hall was brought up. The offer from BW is being brought back. And according to the realtor, there's another offer on the table. It doesn't say anything about all three or all four. That's August 4th. That's one offer, just one. August the 18th, that's bad calculation. Only thing that was talked about was MDI. Heath Sadler was there. New business. Miss Cedar Hall gave her presentation on the budget. The mayor presented the council with 3 budgets: police, senior, and street. No administrative budget. Council comments and public comments. Nothing was discussed
Yeah.
about the Old Town Hall
It was
building.
even on the agenda.
August
And that's
18th.
That's the time that the one was being redacted, and the dates on the other ones were out of date.
That is not on the August 18th minutes. This was August the 4th. We've been kicking this can down the road for too long. Where are the bids, and why are we not voting on it tonight?
Because nobody's reviewed them. Every time I brought them to a working meeting, nobody reviewed them. Something else was going on. They were out of date. One was redacted, and it was tabled by the council.
I apologize. This is terrible on behalf of the council and our mayor.
The reason it was out of date, I had my bid in since July.
Yeah.
It's been months.
Yeah, it's been months. So I redid mine and they sent it in August 19th. So I'm not sure where it's at now.
Not sure.
So the key is, let's move forward. Let's make sure it's on the next one. Let's get it done.
You guys can review it on the 15th.
And then we'll automatically move that to the agenda to vote. Yes.
I'm just grateful for those 2 businesses.
Okay. Any other comments? Yes, ma'am.
Update on the repair funds in front of Mayberry, the cleansings of the cutting of those repair
Oh,
funds. to the left and right
yes.
side.
Have they not been cut?
No.
We do have a contract, well, not a contract, but a verbal agreement with Harris Construction.
Harrison Earth Movers.
Yeah.
I spoke to Danny Harrison, and he said last week. I think I called you right after I talked to him. But he said once he got done with the job he was currently on, he would move the equipment here and work on the holding pond. But he's currently on a job and he can't stop that job to do this.
Talked to myself, the only thing, she basically said the same thing, but he could not give me an estimate on what it would cost us. He would do the 3 ponds, 2 out on 84 and the 1 behind the city hall.
Why can't we do it with our own bush hog and
You
tractor?
can't get down in the hole.
They're not that deep.
We're not, I'm not putting somebody on a tractor like that to go down in there with not the correct equipment. Sir.
I have a question that just kind of entered my mind, but I cut the grass up front there and I see this, the holding pond have water in it. And if that was my swimming pool there, I would probably be required to have it fenced. Why doesn't the holding pond require a fence? Because if a child fell in that water and drowned, I mean, I know it's an expense. I know it wouldn't be cheap to put up a chain link fence around it, but it would seem that from a safety standpoint that, you know, maybe something we should consider.
That's a very good question.
And because I know if it was my pool there, you would tell me I had to have a fence. That's probably one of your ordinances here in the city. I'm not sure, but most cities have an ordinance that if you have a pool, you got to have a fence and a secure fence, so it's not a enticement for a child to jump in.
When they put that in with
But anyway, that's just a comment.
It's a good observation.
Any other questions from anybody in the audience?
I got a comment. I'm just going to say that the water department has now moved to our new location at 406 West McKinnon. That's the old propane gas and appliance building. I think we're moving in Thursday. So we got a sign up out here. There's still going to be some people coming and going, you know, maybe some confusion or whatever, but that's where we'll be taking payments from now on.
We're taking payments.
At old Gibbs is old. For the seasoned residents in New Broughton, that's Gibbs McCullough's old propane gas and appliance. Then it went to AmeriGas, and then it was Jason Williams had Dixie Plow there, so now it's the New Broughton Water Department. Well, they'll be glad to take it tomorrow.
And we only had
drop boxes down there too. Yeah, nothing will be paid up here anymore.
we only had 5 people come in today that didn't know where they were going.
And unless there's any kind of, we'll leave the sign up as long as they will let us, if it gets to the point where y'all want it down, or if it's, I'm thinking, a couple months goes by or whatever, then people get used to that. So, but if y'all want it gone tomorrow, I'll send them up there and get it.
I think it's fine. Comments from the council, Mr. Rodriguez.
I just want to really thank the residents of New Brockton that took the time out of their day to make sure they went and voted. There was a lot of, gossiping going around, and people wouldn't show up, and they wouldn't want to make their opinions heard, and y'all proved them wrong, and I'm grateful for that. And just thank you for taking the time, because it's really nice to have the opportunity to see democracy in action. So thank you all for taking the time to vote. Appreciate it.
Mr. Flowers.
Couple things on the MDI and the Meridian. Did we make a decision on if we were going to transition over into?
No, but I did talk to our lawyer, and he is sending a letter to Meridian. I can back that up tomorrow, but I was up there to see him last week to see if we can get out of that contract. I don't have an answer back from the lawyer. Thank you. Forgot about that.
So if we are able to get out of it, that's when we'll then go into conversation about transitioning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No, that's the council's decision on whether you want to do that or not, but I don't have a firm answer back from the lawyer.
I got you. I see that the Travel Plaza has broke ground, which is a huge blessing.
Told you it was gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah, cause I don't want that $100,000 to be on us for us to pay back. I do want to reassure that the engineers have went out and made sure that they can connect into Mayberry, and it's going to be fine. Councilman Askins, I got a huge concern with that, so I want to make sure on record that that Travel Plaza is going to be able to hook into subdivision Mayberry, and it will be fine.
With a pump station.
With the pump station. Engineering gave us that clearance.
Yes. And so has the Southeast Alabama Economic Development people who I was working with the grant, and DECA has already reviewed all those. And basically that's how we got the $100,000 grant to go forward. So as far as I know, yes, everything has been completed to do that.
And would you mind, I would just like to hear from the plaza's owner, just an update. I know it's been a few months since we've heard from him, so.
I'd like to get Mr. Patel in here. Okay.
And that's it. I just want to tell my gratitude to the fire department, to the police department, senior department. Y'all doing an excellent job. And I appreciate the citizens and what they do in their interest, being committed to the town. Thank you.
I just want to thank our poll workers. I think y'all did a fabulous job. You guys were so kind to me whenever I came, and I just enjoyed seeing y'all doing that. I know that it was a hard task to find someone willing to do it. We appreciate y'all. That was
Thank you all
amazing.
for stepping up.
Yes. And then, Ms. Barbara, I think I gave you my number too. You call me about the drainage stuff if we don't have something happen. Okay.
Okay.
And then I don't think I really have anything else.
Okay. Mr. Atkins.
Of the 3 dirt roads in District 4, Corey Street, I would say I just drove down it, it needs some attention.
We need grading.
Yeah, grading and it needs some gravel. The other, Night and Willow look decent. They look better than Corey.
How's your upper bird mill looking?
It honestly could use some work. Again, the driveway pipes are so clogged that when it rains, it washes away in the worst spots. But if we have too much rain, I feel like we
Grading
get
or,
by
okay, grading or rock?
a little bit of both on each side, I think.
Okay.
Mainly up there.
The street?
Corey.
And 272's driveway pipe is completely clogged. He cannot unclog it even with his shovel.
Okay. We have to see if I can get the fire department. 272 upper. Or you think we need gravel and grading? Anybody, yeah, I just heard you mention Gristmill. Anybody been on Gristmill lately?
I was on Gristmill,
That's what I'm
not that long ago. It was in
fine.
decent shape.
Yeah, it looked pretty good.
Just need to push the rocks back up in the grading.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll ask him to do a grading on all 5 roads and check with the gravel on Corey and Upper Birdmill. Now, the grading is done at the, by the county. It doesn't cost us anything. Any gravel that goes out will have to be covered. Ma'am, Mr. Bell.
Do we have anybody maintaining the flower beds now that the beautification committee is no longer?
I have them weed and, weed and, what do you call it? The weed eater.
I think that we should either look into having to maybe getting the beautification committee back together, or maybe hiring somebody to start maintaining those flower beds, because they're just not looking that shabby anymore.
Your job is to put the beautification committee together.
I bet we hire somebody to do it.
this one in the front's got popcorn trees higher than my head out there, cause I was there in it just a while ago.
Listen, if the town will pay for the flowers, I'm gonna do volunteer. They'll pay for the actual stuff itself.
We have some money, we have some money left over in the beautification committee fund.
Courtney is now the head of the beautification committee. If anybody wants to join it, Courtney is who to speak with.
Yeah, I mean, just like the planning commission, we had somebody step up and we started to put it together.
Perfect. Way to take one for the team.
No, that's the kind of stuff I want.
I kill everything.
We can work on that.
Yeah, we can make it.
From the mayor, 2 items you have to look at, and this is the Gamecock contract. I have not heard back from them at all. So this is going to roll over as of the 17th of September, from what I understand. Because they have not contacted us, and we have not contacted them 120 days out. But that is the contract for Gamecocks. And Mr. Rodriguez asked to see a draft of what we would do for a maintenance supervisor. Next item is the work session on the 15th. I do not believe I will be in town. I'm going to give a couple items that are outstanding. I get the bid from Mr. Flores and make sure somebody has that, and we can put it. I do have the file with the other bid, but I can contact the realtors tomorrow and have that. I don't think I'm going to be back in town for the 15th. Traveling, leaving Thursday morning, and probably won't be back until sometime in the 15th, but I'm not sure when, which is the next working meeting. Any questions, comments, or concerns? Motion to adjourn?
Motion. Second.
Yes.
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 Yes. Hey, Greg, can we ask you